Hello you lovely lot and welcome to a brand new video. Well, actually, it's kind of a brand new old video. My name's Katie and I'm gonna continue on with something I started 12 months ago. So first of all, if you're new to the channel, I will leave a link to the first video to this, and it was tips and tools for drawing Art Nouveau backgrounds. I believe the paper at the time I used was the Stonehenge hot press watercolour paper, and I'd inked everything out with your usual waterproof liner pen like your Sakuras or your Unipins, you know the ones. Like I say, I did the original drawing part, I want to say 12 months ago, and I wanted to follow it up straight away by adding this video you're watching now, but for some reason or other I never ended up doing it, and it's literally just been sat on my phone for a long time. It had been brought to my attention that the follow-up video was never placed as well, and I guess whilst I'm waiting for Scrawlerbox to come through, as well as getting Inktober done. By the way, I'm going to be posting those over on Instagram, so make sure you check that out. But aside the point there, I thought now would be a great time to post this video and chat a little bit about what's going on, as well as why I didn't upload it straight after and my feelings about this piece. And it's kind of hard going through it retrospectively, especially since it's been a long time, but I will do my best. And again, bear with me. So as you can see, I am using watercolours here, and I'm using a variety of brands as well. I literally just have a tin where I've squeezed out random tubes I've got over the years, and I work from them sometimes, and some of them are my favourite colours. I try to build up layers very delicately, and well, you'll see as this picture goes on, it kind of gets a little bit overworked, and I suppose if anything, if there's a good takeout from this video is perhaps a lesson in not overworking your piece and just learning when to take a step back. I was quite happy so far with how it was going at this point, I do remember that, and I was trying to add a little bit of depth onto those areas where I'd added loads of tiny details, because even though there was a lot of texture there created with the liner pen, it would have looked odd if I'd just kept it a flat colour, especially considering that a lot of the other parts of this picture had depth, like on the character's face and body, as well as the circle in the background there too. And so far I was relatively happy with how that was going, but as the painting went on, so did more colours, so did more pigmentations, and yes, it's one of those things where it can be easily overworked, at least in my opinion anyway. Also, another thing to note, the tools I was using at the time to get these lines down on paper, the French curves were fine and all the ruling materials were fine, but what I used to draw the circle with wasn't, and it left a small puncture mark just above the character's jawline, which I just couldn't get rid of, and for me that kind of put a dampener on the whole thing. And at some point I might actually do a revised version of the tips and tools for doing an Art Nouveau border with a few more updated tools where it reduces the risk of that happening again. But anyway, moving forwards, we're kind of at the stage where it starts to deteriorate, we'll say. The colour application just started getting heavier and heavier on this character's clothing. I should have actually left a lot of areas in a bit more of a higher contrast, and at this stage it was just piling on more colours to try and change what I saw on the page, and not necessarily better. It was like throwing petrol onto a fire to try and put it out. For some reason I was trying to get some tonal values on this magenta robe that she's wearing, and I think I should have gone for cooler colours instead of those warmer violet-y colours that I'd used, and it just didn't look right. I also should not have used a wet and wet technique whilst I was doing this, and I think sharp contrasting lines would have been a much more effective way of getting my visual point across. But sometimes you do have to just make these mistakes so you can retrospectively look back at it and hope to improve for future pieces. But hey, you know what? Sometimes you can still make mistakes further down that line, but as long as you learn from it, I guess it's not too bad. And I suppose the point of this video, if anything, is if you're kind of going through that stage at the moment where you're not quite getting your art to look how you want, it's okay. Use it as a learning tool. It's not a wasted experience. As long as you can perhaps try and take something from that, identify areas where improvement is needed, and learn how to not throw petrol on a fire to put it out, so to speak. It is a shame because I loved the composition of this piece overall. I loved all of the line work. The idea I had in my head came out exactly how I wanted it to on the paper, line work wise, but the minute the colour was applied, it just looked awful. And you can see on screen now, I am so desperately trying to do something to make an impact when really I probably just should have left it as it is. Oh well, never mind. So whilst this is playing on, another reason I wanted to pop this video up, again, Scrawlbox is late at the moment, there's postal strikes going on in the UK, it's just one of those things, and mine didn't turn up on the Thursday, so I guess the Friday and today, which is Saturday, no post, so I'm hoping Monday I should have that box. Of course, Scrawler use Royal Mail, and those are the people who are striking right now, which is fair enough. It's not as if they use a separate courier service where you'd kind of expect them to arrive and be tracked. So yeah, I'm a bit more forgiving where that's concerned. But I am very excited to receive my box. But again though, I suppose it's a small blessing. Inktober has launched today, and I'm trying my best to get all of that done first before anything else. So I don't mind a little bit of a wait, and I'm sure you guys won't mind waiting with me, and it'll just make it even more of a nice surprise. And if any of you lucky lot have received your box, well, like myself, I like to watch other people's videos and see what they did with it too. But anyway, let's get back to the absolute disaster, at least in my opinion, that this painting turned out to be. But you know what, in a way, I'm actually kind of glad I'm sharing it with you. I don't want you guys to be under any illusion that everything I produce is perfect. Sometimes it isn't, and you'll even see a few examples of that throughout Inktober, I'm sure. I suppose if anything though, I have to try and pull some positives out here. So I was really happy with the textures I'd achieved on the background there. I also, again, I liked the line details, but oh, it's just so ugly. I just don't like how it came out. And that's okay, that is fine. I tried adding a few metallic watercolours on there just to try and, well, try anything really, but I just don't think it's particularly added anything to it. I think it made the cuffs on this character's robes even worse. I just should have left it. I just should have left it well alone and just kept it as a drawing. But never mind, these things happen. Let me know down below if you have also experienced similar disasters and how you end up feeling about them too. I know it's been a bit of an odd video, but I just want to say a massive thank you for watching, especially if you've made it this far. I promise over the next month I have got some nice, good, exciting videos that you'll enjoy, but there should be some on screen now that I think will just tide you over until then. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you lovely lot soon. Bye!